Are you planning to retire soon? Then you should be aware that your old age security could be slashed. The Mark Carney Liberals are eyeing changes to OAS eligibility and clawbacks, which could seriously impact your retirement income. Welcome to It's Your Money. I'm Glenn Zacher, and today we're exposing a Canadian retiree crisis in the making. Let's start with the basics. Currently, Old Age Security, or OAS, pays $727.67 a month for Canadians aged 65 to 74, and $800.44 for those 75 and up. But if your income is over $90,997, the government claws back your benefits, 15 cents for every dollar above that threshold. If your income reaches $148,065, your OAS benefit is basically zero. Now, here's the threat. Rumors are swirling about big changes to the OAS. The Carney Liberals are looking to raise the eligibility age from 65 to 67, delaying your benefits by 2 years. And other reports have suggested lowering the clawback threshold to $80,000, hitting middle-income retirees harder.
The changes appeared almost inconspicuous, a brief mention buried within government reports, overshadowed by larger national debates. For months, these shifts in policy went unnoticed by the general public, almost as if they were quietly slipped under the radar. But as May 2025 approaches, what began as a mere whisper is quickly gaining attention, transforming into a clear and pressing concern for Canada's aging population. For millions of retirees who depend on old age security, OAS, and the Canada Pension Plan.
Why is this happening? It's simple. Because of 9 years of Trudeau Liberal spending, Canada is now $1.4 trillion in debt, and we are facing a $61.9 billion deficit in 2025. And with 20% of us over 65, pension costs are soaring. Add in fears of a 2025 recession, and the government's looking to tighten its belt, possibly at retirees' expense. Social media is buzzing with outrage. One ex-post sums it up. Why is the government targeting seniors who save for retirement? The hashtag #ProtectOAS is trending, and it's no wonder why. Have you heard about this and are worried about OAS changes? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. So, what does this mean for you? Let's break it down. If OAS eligibility jumps to age 67, you'd lose 2 years of benefits. That's $8,732 a year at current rates. For retirees on fixed incomes, that's a huge hit, forcing you to dip into savings or delay retirement. Even worse, if the clawback threshold drops to $80,000, even modest income from RRSPs or part-time work could cost you. For example, a retiree with $90,000 in income would lose $3,000 a year in OAS benefits. That's money you counted on for groceries, utilities, or healthcare.
The clawback is triggered when a retiree's net annual income surpasses a federally set threshold. For the 2025 tax year, that threshold has increased slightly to $90,997. At first glance, that may appear to be good news after all. It allows for slightly more income before penalties begin. But the reality is far more complicated. Inflation is pushing everyday expenses higher, while modest gains from private pensions, RRSP withdrawals, and market-based investments are quietly inflating total annual incomes. As a result, many retirees, especially middle-income individuals, are now unintentionally crossing that threshold, often without even realizing it. Once this limit is breached, the government initiates a clawback process. For every dollar over the threshold, 15 cents is deducted from OAS payments. While that might sound manageable at first, the long-term effect can be significant.
The risks are real, and because of this, you could burn through your RRSPs or TFSAs faster, face higher taxes from selling assets, or some of you might even have to go back to work. Right now, 1 in 5 Canadians over 65 are still working, and apparently 36% of us are afraid of outliving our savings.
That means more than half of retirees leaving the workforce after 65. Not before. But here's where it gets even more interesting. In 2022, 21% of Canadians aged 65 to 74 were still employed, but not all for the same reasons. About 12% said that they were working by choice, to stay active, connected, and fulfilled. Another 9% were working out of financial necessity. So I found that really interesting. Over half of the retirees that were working after 65 were doing it by choice. So not only are we retiring later, we're also rethinking what retirement even looks like.
This isn't just about dollars, it's about peace of mind. Retirees deserve to enjoy their golden years, not worry about losing their lifeline. Don't you agree?
Uncertainty is the real retirement killer. Even if you've saved enough on paper, uncertainty can still make you hesitate. Markets are volatile, housing costs are unpredictable, and inflation, while better than last year, is still higher than most retirees planned for. Add in rising healthcare costs, geopolitical tension, and the general anxiety of what's coming next, and it's no surprise that many Canadians are delaying retirement. Not because they need to, but because they don't feel safe. They're not waiting for a magic number, they're waiting for peace of mind.
I don't want you to panic just yet. There are a few steps you can take to protect your retirement. First, review your income. Check if your RRSP withdrawals or part-time work could push you into the clawback zone. As a financial planner, I help my clients crunch the numbers. Knowing is better than not knowing. Second, maximize your tax-free savings accounts. Your TFSAs grow tax-free, so shifting savings there can lower your taxable income and keep more of your OAS in your pocket. Third, plan for delays. If OAS starts at 67, not 65, budget now to bridge that gap. Maybe cut discretionary spending or explore some low-risk investments. Fourth, get a little political. Sure, the Liberals have snagged another 4 years from unsuspecting Canadians, but let's say we make it through to another election. Get more involved and speak up. Groups like the Canadian Association of Retired Persons are fighting for you. Join them. Finally, seek professional advice. A financial planner can stress test your retirement plan against these changes. It's your money and your future. Take control now. Thanks for watching. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe for more financial news, and let's keep fighting for your security. I'll see you next time.